Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. In this video, we are going to go over how to stake your Polkadot tokens using the polkadot.js wallet and earn returns of up to 15%. It should be noted that this is the same methodology that can be used when staking the Kusama KSM token. But before we begin guys, if you find this type of content useful, then please consider subscribing to our channel. We would really appreciate it. So we need to head over to the polkadot.js.org website and click on the apps wallet hosted section. Now from here, what we need to do is make sure in the top left, we have the Polkadot network selected. If you don't have it selected, you want to click on live networks, click on Polkadot, and then press the switch key up here. Now that we have selected the Polkadot network, it's time to create an account. So head over to the accounts drop down menu and click on accounts. Now, I already have an account here, but for this demonstration, let's create a brand new account. So you will be presented with a mnemonic seed. Make sure that you write this down on a piece of paper, guys. It's very important not to lose this mnemonic seed. And do not share this seed with anybody else, guys, because if anybody gets hold of this, they can access your account and potentially steal your funds. So now that we've written down our mnemonic seed, let's click on this button here and press next. Now we can name our account and set our account password. So go ahead and name your account, input your password, and then press next. You will see some basic information about your account, such as your account address. Go ahead and press save. Now, if you refresh the accounts page, you should see that the newly created account now exists. Now that we have created our account on the polkadot.js wallet, it's time to add some balance to it so that we can begin our staking. The first thing we need to do is click on our new account name. This will bring up this panel at the side and we can copy our account address. This is the address that we will be sending our DOT tokens to. Now we need to go ahead and open up the exchange that our DOT tokens are currently held in. For me, that's Binance, but for you, that might be Kraken or Coinbase. So now that I have logged into my Binance account, it's time to head over to our wallet. So on the wallet drop down, click on Fiat and Spot. Now you can see our balances. So what we want to do is withdraw our DOT tokens. So click on Withdraw. So the first thing to check for, guys, is make sure the correct coin is selected. In our case, it's DOT. And you need to make sure that you are using the correct blockchain, guys. Because we are sending to a polkadot.js wallet, we want to use the DOT blockchain. Now, if you select the Binance chain or the Binance Smart chain, your funds will be lost. So this is very important to select the correct blockchain. So let's go ahead and paste in our address that we copied previously. Now we need to enter the amount of DOT we would like to withdraw. In this case for Binance, it says that the minimum withdrawal is 3 DOT. So let's do that. Let's withdraw 3 DOT. Press submit. So with that out of the way, now we can see that the withdrawal request has been submitted. And now we just need to wait for the DOT to reach our Polkadot.js wallet. Removing DOT from a centralized exchange like Binance can take a little bit of time to reach your Polkadot.js wallet. Don't worry, give it a few minutes and you should receive it. So if we head back on over to the Polkadot.js tab, we can see now that we have received our 3 DOT minus the 0.1 DOT fee that was incurred when we withdrew the DOT from Binance. So now it's time to get on with our staking process. Head on over to the network drop down menu and click on staking. This will take you to the staking overview page. You may need to wait a few moments for this page to load. This will give you an overview of all of the validator nodes that exist on the network. This includes things such as the commission percentage. Now that the page is loaded, let's take a quick look at this overview tab. Now, just a word of warning guys, this commission tab is not the commission that you would receive for staking here. This commission is actually a fee that the validator node takes from your dots that you will be staking with them. For example, you can see this validator node up here only has 1 dot staked of their own, but 5.6 M dot staked by other people. If you were to stake your dot with this validator, they would take 100% commission, which is not what you want. But for example, this validator node, polkadot.pro, only takes 1% commission, has 556,000 of their own dots staked, and 2.78 M dot staked on top of that. So if you had to choose between these two, the Polkadot Pro validator node is definitely the best option. One thing to take note of guys, is if you head on over to the targets tab, you can see here that you can see a list of all of the validators, including their return. Now, if you make sure that each of these buttons is unpressed, if you click the return header here, you can filter all of the available validators by their percentage return. And you can see here, you can earn up to around 15% return on staking your dots through the polkadot.js wallet. Let's head back over to the overview tab. For simplicity, we will likely use the polkadot.pro validator node for this demonstration. Now, you guys need to do your own research and make sure that you are happy with the validator you are selecting. For example, I have gone to the website for this node and found out that it looks pretty legitimate. So let's start our staking process using this validator node. So what we want to do is click on the name of the node and this side panel will appear. Now let's copy the address of this validator node. Now we can head on over to the account actions tab and close off this side panel. Now because we are a nominator and not a validator, let's click on the nominator button. Now make sure that you have selected the correct account in both of these drop downs for the stash account and the controller account. It is good practice to have the stash account and the controller account be different. This is explained a little bit in this write-up on the side. However, for this demonstration, let's use the same account for both of these functions. Let's try to increase the amount of dot that we will be bonding. So if I type in 2.4, you can see it is telling me that the specified value is too large and does not allow me to pay for future transaction fees. So let's try and lower it. There we go, 2.3. So let's bond 2.3 dots. The important thing to notice here, guys, is that there's a 28-day on-chain bonding duration. This means that you cannot access these funds for at least 28 days. So make sure that you are happy with that before you proceed with this staking method. Now, if you set up two different accounts here, one for the stash account and one for the controller account, this drop down becomes a little more important. However, I would recommend to leave the setting on stash account, increase the amount at stake. This will automatically compound your staking rewards into the same stash account. So let's go ahead and press next. We will now be prompted to find our nominated validator. So because we copied the address previously, let's paste that in here. And we can see that polkadot.pro appears. So let's click on that. You can choose multiple nominated validators. However, this time, let's just stick with this one. And then we can click on bond and nominate. Now we are prompted to input our password for this account. So one moment while I input my password. Now we can choose to include a tip for the block offer, which may get our transaction processed quicker. In this case, let's think of 0.01 dot. Now let's sign and submit this transaction. And now we just need to wait for the transaction to be processed. There we go. So now we can see that our dot is waiting to be staked. What we can do now is head back over to the overview tab, and we can see here the time until the next epoch and the time until the next era. It should be noted that the dot that we just tried to stake will not be added to this staking pool for this validator until the start of the next era. It looks like we unfortunately just missed the end of the last era, so we need to wait 1 day, 23 hours and 31 more minutes until we will be added to this validator. If we head on over to the payouts tab, this is where we will see the rewards that we have accrued by staking our dot. However, since we've only just started staking, this is now empty, but if you come back towards the end of the 28-day period, there will be more information here regarding the rewards that you have earned. It is very important, guys, that you select a reputable validator node. This is due to the fact that if a validator acts maliciously on the blockchain, their dot, which is staked, may be slashed. This means that your funds could be at risk if you choose a malicious validator. Let's head on over to the Account Actions tab. Due to the fact that we recently created this account and started staking, I cannot actually demonstrate this next process for you, but I will tell you how it should look for when you want to unbond your staked dot. Once it comes time for you to unbond your staked dot, a button will appear here that says Stop Nominating. If you press this button and follow the next steps, then your previously bonded dot will be returned back into your wallet. It should be noted that staking is not the only way that you can earn rewards by utilizing your dot or KSM tokens. You can also participate in Parachain Crowdloans, which we went over in a previous video. We hope that this video helped you to successfully stake your dot or KSM tokens and earn some of that passive income. If you found this video useful, then please consider subscribing to our channel, and we will see you in the next video.